This week on the Rakestraw Boyz, we're hitting the ground hard. Multiple hunts, long sits, and a whole lot of patience as my brother goes after a buck with his crossbow. The hard work finally pays off when he gets it done. But just when the hunt seems over, a routine crossbow discharge turned into something we never expected. Success, failure, and lessons learned, all in this one. So let's get into it in this episode of the Rakestraw Boyz. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I got some new stuff in the mail today. The rut's kicking in. They're starting to make some graves. Starting to see some chasing shines. I think it's some buck rut, some mock grape stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna use those two. Gonna do some grunting, and I look ugly as heck in this camera. But anyway, that's the plan. We're gonna try swack one. We ain't quacking, we racking. Looking for racks. If we ain't quacking, we racking. I guess that works. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna do a quick opening here. We're gonna see what the man sent us today. Got some triple ecstasy. Got the drags. I got a little baby Jesus in there. That's awesome. Lever butt, rut, booty call, dough and heat. That's Justin's favorite to eat. Got some stickers. Let's see, some more booty call. Oh, this is what I've been wanting. Some honey butt rut, dough and heat. And then booty call, honey butt red dough and heat, and some more scent dregs. Basically, he sent this for us, split between me, Justin, and Thomas. So, but I've already got some dough and estrus in my bag over there. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this with me. I'm gonna put it on the ground in front of the camera. That's some good stuff. Alright guys, got my camera here. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna make a scrape. That tree limb right here. As you can tell, I've got the Orbeez. I won't come in here and watch aim a car before I leave, but other than that, I'm fixing to get in the stand over there. Alright guys, so I just got in the stand. It's pretty warm. It's not warm, but I'm warm. It ain't but 45 degrees right now. Wind is 0 to none. Just nothing. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing right now, but it's very quiet.
What's happening? It's been, to be honest, a week and a half since I went hunting last. I'm sorry. I had that spike come in at 5 yards. I couldn't do nothing, couldn't show y'all, couldn't move. He was right there looking at me the whole time. That was all I seen. I got something for y'all. If y'all want some good hunting blinds, man, are these things nice. They're really nice. And Tideby has it figured out. You got the removable orange corners. You got the quiet zip up and down windows. They're really nice, y'all. Y'all can't even hear that. Zip up, zip down, zip up, zip down. And they're see-through. Completely see-through. This is the Viz 360 blind. They call it Viz. I think it's because of the orange Viz. High Viz orange. Then you got this one. Is not a 360 view. It is see-through though. This back wall is solid. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See how it's blacked out. The 360 blind is not blacked out, but it does come with a cover, a blackout cover to cover in that back side if y'all didn't want it 360. So there's the window slide thing I'm talking about there. See how it slides up and down. Anyway, 9 large windows, very large windows on that side, this side, and also this side. Very nice. If y'all are interested in these, either one of these, y'all go to tideby.com, link in the description. Check them out. Use code TRB18 at checkout. You get 18% off. Anyway, like I said, it's been a week and a half since I went hunting. All I seen was a spike right at last light. It was really dark, really cold. Today is Tuesday, and I just got off work, hence the attire. I got my big flannel jacket. I got my orange, got my camera stand, got my rifle. We're gonna go out for an afternoon sit. See what we can't see. If I do shoot a deer, it will be donated to a good cause. Our local church here in town is doing a food bank, and the deer is going to a food bank to be handed out to feed the hungry. Okay, so it's going to a good cause. There will be a lot of deer shot for this food bank. It's our service, you know. There's an endless supply of deer around here, is what it seems like. So, least we can do is use the expanding population of deer to feed the hungry around here. Justin told me if I wouldn't mind to shoot a couple deer for the food bank here in town. They've got a certain number they want to hit, and they want all the deer hunters possible that they know to help pitch in and donate deer that they kill to supply this food bank to help feed hungry, or in our local area, all the hungry. You know, we got an endless supply of deer out here. So, I mean, basically what we're doing, we're just using what the Lord give us and put towards a good cause instead of sitting here being greedy on what we want to kill and what don't want to kill. So if we've got the resources, we'll just use it, I guess. So I just got set up. I noticed a lot more deer activity out here in this field than normal. A lot more first prints and signs, which means the deer are coming back to this area. For some reason, early season, they just weren't coming in here. I mean, I guess just comes with changing of the season. Food sources be over there one day, or one part of the year, and they just go where the food is. I guess they've kind of shifted back to over here. It's just how it is. Deer shift patterns. They'll be in there one day, and the next day you just don't see them. That's the way bow season was. Early season, bow season, the first week, deer were in here, and then they just disappeared for a month and a half, and now they're starting to show back up again. With that being said, I'm gonna be sitting tight, being quiet. I've got the old 30-08 with the old Vortex on it. I got the Vortex Crossfire 2. 3x9x40. I got the 150 grain Remington. See if we can't let them eat tonight. Hopefully. I ain't killed a deer all year except that one I shot and lost back during bow season. 78-yard shot. Didn't find her till about 2 days later. Well, guys, I didn't say nothing that hunt. Heard a bunch of squirrels though, and it's cold as crap. I'm not cold, it's just cold in general. Like I said though, I didn't see nothing, didn't hear nothing, but a bunch of squirrels. I'm going to a spot that has some big deer on it. There's a few bucks on it, one big buck, one good buck showing up on camera. He's about every other day, about 30-40 minutes after legal shooting light, so one of these days he's going to slip up. Then there's another one that I'd be glad to take, and there's a few more smaller ones that if I see them they're dead kind of thing. They were out there day before yesterday at like 4:30, so I wanted to see if I can't slip in there. I got to change some batteries in the camera because it apparently died on me the last time I checked it. Got to do that. I'm going to put up a new scrape. I'll show y'all what that's about whenever I get there and find a good spot for it somewhere out in front of the camera. But the big boy I got has definitely been using that scrape I made 200 yards from that hunt spot right there. So if I can make another scrape, then surely he'll be interested one of these days. If I just keep enough of that triple ecstasy out from 601 Outdoor Scents. I won't go over there. It's 3 o'clock now, so I'm actually running on time pretty good. I've got plenty of time to do what I need to do and sit down. I'm thinking that if something's going to happen, it's going to happen within the last 40 minutes of my hunt, right at dark or a little before dark. So I just got done spraying down on the first dirt. I've got a little, I think this is a drag, but I'm going to use this as a scrape. Sorry, Barry. I know that's not what it's meant for, I think. I think it's a drag, but I'm going to use it as a scent rope, unless that's what it's meant for. It's one of the two. But anyway, I'm going to reach in here, grab this triple ecstasy. Apparently the bucks love that around here. And I got some batteries. I gotta change batteries. I got my rangefinder. I want to spray this on my boots, on the bottom of my boots where I walk in. Probably a little bit on my pants. And then once I get down there, I'll make a scrape and I'll hang that from a limb and soak it real good with that spray. I got it tied right there. I got it ran up around that limb. Through that little split right there on that little limb. Just like that. I'm going to take this triple ecstasy. I'm an idiot. I sprayed it. Bet.
That was a freaking giant. I forgot what dang grunt called. Gosh. That's freaking awesome, man. This is the next day. Yesterday I seen that big buck come running through. He never would stop. He come in within about 40 to 45 yards probably. Today, I've got my ground call today. I probably could have got him if I had my ground call. But I just got in the blind. It's probably pushing 3:45 or 4 o'clock. I didn't really do an intro to today. I just got off work and busted tail to get in here. But I just got set up. I'm sprayed down with triple ecstasy again. Hardly any wind at all. This may be a calling game today, as quiet as it is. But we'll see if bugs are in town today. I know there's one running around, obviously. I guess while I'm here, I might as well just go ahead and throw a couple grunts and see what happens. Well, guys, Jeremy ain't connected with a deer yet, so I guess it's up to older brother to show him how it's done. Let's let me and him meet y'all in the truck first thing in the morning. It's pretty cold this morning. I haven't seen the first deer. Thomas is about 200 yards from me up the hill. I don't know if he's seen anything or not.
see?
I saw a shooter for meat buck anyway. I wouldn't call him a South Dakota trophy by no means, but he was good for me. I saw him, he come out, and I saw a couple of does walk tree line. How about you?
I had that spike and a little doe, actually 2 spikes. And then 2 does, they just real skittish. I think what it is, that doe and estrus I had out there in the Triple Ecstasy, the younger deer are a little more skittish of the doe and estrus stuff because that's a dominance thing and they don't want no conflict. So I think they just kind of went their own path. They didn't want no trouble with the deer they was smelling. Other than that, I think it was a pretty eventful morning. Everybody we know has seen deer. One of the guys we duck hunt with, he killed an 8-point this morning, so deer were moving. Whether or not they'll be moving again this afternoon, we'll find out about that. So guys, I'm back out at our hunting spot at Thomas's truck park. I'm using his today. He's with Justin right now. The reason I'm talking so quiet because these deer literally come across right here. They could be bedded out here in this grass right here, but I'm wanting to verify a suspicion me and Thomas has had that these deer are running this ridge coming across the other way. But I want to verify that. I want to find some kind of trail or something. There ought to be a highway right here somewhere. I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's a trail going across that limb right here. And it kind of, y'all can kind of see that right there. See if there's anything else down through here. I don't really see anything right here. Unless it's further up here. So that's not making much sense to me about where these deer are coming from. Unless they're going through the woods on that corner over there and around. But I'm not really seeing any signs of heavy traffic right here, which is odd. Not what I was expecting. There is some deer sign right here, but not as much as I was expecting. Not seeing any scrapes either. Just very weird. I left my camera stand and my headlamp in the blind down the hill down there, which was completely stupid. So now my mind is shifting to hunting this lighter stand over here. So if I hunt the lighter stand, I don't have a camera stand. I'd have to freehand it. So if I was to shoot one, I'm probably gonna say I'm gonna be freehanding it. That's gonna be interesting. It is what it is though. So I just got in these stand. And the wind is not in my favor right now. But it's supposed to turn out of the north by about 4 o'clock. Which will be perfect for me. So I believe I'm in a good spot right now. I seen where the buck Thomas seen go across that by that ball up here on the way as soon as I get in the grass. It definitely needs some more shooting lanes out here. But, you know, this was a last minute spot set up during deer season, so it is what it is.
So 60 degrees, it is no more. And now we're dealing with 20s in the temperatures, and it's like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Jeremy wants to go hunting, so I'm playing cameraman. I think he's crazy, but I also think he's got a point. So we're gonna go freeze our tail off, hopefully to see something. So Jeremy's got some sort of weird science he's trying to do with this being the coldest afternoon we've had so far this year. This cold snap literally happened in a matter of overnight. So we're talking 8 to 9 hours. It is 28 degrees, and right now it is 1:19 in the afternoon. So Jeremy, what are your thoughts about why you think the deer are gonna move this afternoon?
Deer move when it's cold. Any abnormal changes in weather, you need to be hunting.
Hopefully he's right. So that's where we're headed. We're headed to the Crossbow spot. I will give you kudos. He's been hunting like a madman since like last Wednesday. Of course, y'all don't know what day it is. Today's Sunday, so he's hunted probably 5 days in a row.
Yep.
About 5 days in a row. So he has been grinding. So there's a buck out there he's trying to get, and we're gonna go out there and try to get it, because right now it seems to be the deer trying to move into the rut stages, which is good for his plans. It's gonna be cold.
They're gonna be moving. We're hunting in a hole at the bottom of a ridge. It's a draw. There's a creek in the bottom of that draw, and out there, all the bedding's on top of the hills, on top of the ridges. So it being real cold and real windy, I'm thinking the deer are gonna be in the bottom, where the wind's not really affecting them too bad. Because I've noticed, it could be different for everybody else, but out in the open, deer don't like moving in the open when it's real windy, because they can't hear predators running around in the grass and stuff. So I'm thinking they're going to be down in the bottom in the hardwoods, where the wind's not as bad, and they can hear their surroundings. So when you got a lot of wind in your ears and you're out there in the open in the grassy areas like CRPs, I mean, yeah, they'll be bedding in it, but they're probably going to be wanting to go somewhere that they actually hear what's going on and smell what's going on. The wind's blowing too hard out there in the open for them to really smell anything too. So
Very insightful. By the way, you got a smidge on the camera lens. There we go. Y'all looking nice and clear again. I'm playing cameraman, so let's get to it, guys. Okay, guys, we're at the hunting spot now, but what we have determined about that tree stand that we've been hunting the last couple afternoons, all the deer are moving in the morning, so it's a morning spot. So even if I were to hunt this afternoon, my odds of success would be low. So I'm going with Jeremy to run the camera for him. So if I mess up camera-wise, it's his fault. Well, guys, if it looks like we can't breathe, it's because we got 6 layers on. So, if I mentioned it's cold, it's cold. It's nice. He's gonna check camera. Well, the camera that we've got in front of us. See what's going on. GoPro tripod right here. I grabbed it a while ago. It sounded like rattling horns. Meh. Meh. I think I'll give it a shot. Oh, he's hurt. He just went down. I think a heart shot him. Yeah. Yeah. Just got my first buck kill with the crossbow. Guys, he's not a monster, but hey, I've been hunting hard for the past 6 days straight. I'll take what I can get.
It's all about the experience. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. The seat's imploding. Yeah. I guess when we start getting cold, we'll get up. But right now, he's got the crossbow. Oops.
Let's say he ain't gonna be hard to find.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
He bought these broadheads at Academy for $20, and they're off-brand. They look like Rages, but they're not.
They did
$20 for three.
They did a number on them. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a limb and say he's dead somewhere. Has a strong paint job. What in the?
All places to fall.
Well, he's gonna make sure you didn't get him at all, was he?
Oh, I smoked him. Ain't no problem with that. Yeah, he smoked.
Good Lord. Good job, man. We're gonna start the dragging process. We're gonna be out of breath next time you see us. We made it.
So next time we just borrow her side by side.
You gotta leave. There.
Should have borrowed her side by side.
Whose side was that? She has one?
Yeah.
Oh. Evie, if you're watching this, we may need your side by side next time. It's right there. Yeah, that's his first crossbow kill and crossbow buck.
Right, well, second kill. Couldn't recover my first kill. I shot at 78 yards.
Oh. Yeah, okay, yeah, this year.
This is my first buck kill.
Yeehaw.
Let's drive back your truck over here.
Here.
About 107 lords of leaving. He's about 125 pounds.
He's a big boy.
There you go.
See how ties.
I said, you know them two guys that come over there yesterday and killed those two does?
Yeah, that was us. Okay,
I'll be
guys.
like, I'm a game warden, them guys were felons.
No. All right, okay, so the second time that we shot this crossbow out in the woods, we were discharging the arrow into a creek bed. And it pretty much exploded on us. I was gonna add this in here. Leave a comment down below if you know how to fix that, because we ain't ever restringed a crossbow before. And we literally, the only place that we can hunt with these, or the only place that we would prefer to hunt with these crossbows, or the only place that we can hunt with these crossbows, and only the crossbows, is at the place where we got all our bucks. So right now we're down to one, and that's the one that Justin let us borrow. Thankfully, we went ahead and left the blind early. If a deer had actually walked out in front of me and I shot with that crossbow, it would have blown up my face. So thankfully that didn't happen, and thankfully Jeremy got a deer down. So whoop whoop. That's a good shot. You did a good job. Anyway, we hope y'all enjoyed the video. We're actually doing an outro in the daylight. You know how rare that is? Daylight, y'all. Anyway, we got a lot of work to do. We got some skinning to do now. And guys, until the next episode of the Rakestraw Boys, I reckon. Wouldn't you say we're going, Rakestraw?
Yeah.
We gone.